Live. All right, so we are live here today from Bayou Academy, where the wind is blowing hard and it is blowing straight in from center field. And if you get a lot of feedback on the broadcast, we're sitting outside behind home plate.
It's an exterior broadcast booth here tonight.
Exterior broadcast booth. To my right is Mr. Russell Wilson, who will be filling in for Andrew Lamb tonight for the doubleheader, the 14 innings that we will play tonight against the Bayou Academy Colts in games 2 and 3 of this conference series, the first conference series of the year for the Pill Academy Mustangs. Pill Academy played Bayou Academy at home on Tuesday night, and were able to beat the weather, get the game in, and Pill Academy had an impressive outing from Drew Lamb and a very good defensive effort by the Mustangs. Big first inning, a 4-run inning to extend the lead early, and were able to come away with a 6-2 victory against Bayou Academy and improve their conference record to 1-0, and their win streak to 4 games as their overall record improves to 8-10 on the season. So an impressive game the other night by the Mustangs, Russell, and just a lot of good things defensively that we saw.
You had an outstanding defensive game. The Mustangs now, 4 games in a row we discussed on the way over here, including the conference opener. The defensive standouts of the game, we had a 3-6-3 double play with nobody out in the 7th to clear a base runner to make that. Michael Jeffcoat, that's right field, had 2 excellent plays. One of those was a double play on a catch and a throwback into first base. Error-free baseball for the Mustangs. And when you go error-free baseball and you can throw strikes and you put the ball in play, that's a good combination to win.
Absolutely, and we had a big single hit in the right center gap was fielded by Laws McCool early in the game, and the base runner for Bayou tried to extend it into a double, and Laws made a great throw into second base and a tag by Nolan Marshall for the out. So some really good defensive plays kept base runners off the base paths in that game, and Drew Lamb really filled up the strike zone, minimal walks, and we'll get to his statistics here shortly, and we'll talk about that. So we're getting ready for the national anthem and prayer to come momentarily, but like we said, Drew Lamb the other night was very impressive. I think, Russell, you've got his statistics right there.
Let's see what I can find here.
Yeah,
I've got batting total, Jeff Code. It's on the second page. I'm sorry, I'm still new to this. I'm still trying to catch up. Andrew Lamb has everything so organized, and I'm just trying to catch up right here. Here we go. Drew pitching. Drew Lamb had 7 innings. He did pitch the complete game. Gave up 7 hits, gave up 2 runs, both of those earned. Here's the stat. 6 strikeouts to only 1 walk. He was around the plate the entire night. He found the sweet spot for the umpire. The umpire liked the outside pitch on the outside corner. Lamb lived there, and the umpire rewarded him the entire night. And he was consistent.
And Reese Province, the pitcher for Bayou Academy, had a decent outing as well. I believe he ended with more strikeouts than Lamb on the night, but struggled in the first inning with command, and really some of the command issues that he had early on helped spark that big first inning, that 4-run inning for the Mustangs, that we were able to kind of get that early lead and never give it up. But Province pitched good too.
He had 2 or 3 pass ball / wild pitches in that first inning to advanced base runners. I know Gavin Leslie took third and home on wild pitches, pass balls. There was another base runner, I think, was it Dane, who scored that same way?
Absolutely, yeah. Sanford was on the base path, and the one thing that stood out the other night in that game was our ability to move and advance runners early, move on the bases, try to be aggressive on the bases, and then try to, get out there and steal some bases. Gavin Leslie had a couple stolen bases in the game. Dane Sanford was moving when he was on. Laws was moving when he was on, and we just played really aggressive, good, fundamentally sound baseball the other night.
It helps to have athletes who can play baseball. The 3 that you just named there, all 3 are athletes in multiple sports. They all have speed, and they use it on the base paths.
Well, we expect a good series or good two games tonight. Both teams fighting for the series win. The second game will be important. The Mustangs can win the series with a win in game one, split in game one, and we'll have the rubber match to follow about 30 minutes later. And so anyway, we'll get ready to get started here shortly. The starting lineups for the Mustangs, a very familiar lineup as far as batting order is concerned, and Gavin Leslie is going to lead off again, like we've talked about on most recent broadcasts. He leads the team in walks. He's high up on average. He'll lead off and play shortstop. Matthew Jeffcoat's going to be back in the two-hole again, and he'll catch tonight as he's done all season. Laws McCool moved from the outfield to the infield for this second game. He'll play second base and bat third. Dane Sanford will stay at his normal spot at third base and bat fourth. Nolan Marshall is going to be on the mound tonight. The senior will get the start in game two of this series. J.C. Gerard will play first base, and good first base he's played here through the middle part and getting into the later part of the season. He'll bat in the sixth hole. Brock Megamson will be our DH. He is DHing for center fielder Nelson Hodges, and Eli Simmons will play left field, bat in the eighth hole, and Michael Jeffcoat will play right field and bat ninth. So they're announcing the starting lineups now here next to us. So we're going to pause for a minute. We're going to cut off the air until the national anthem comes, but we will be back with you shortly for the national anthem and the beginning of the ball game.
Number 1, Jack, short right.
All right, so we are back live as we get ready for the top half of the first inning, and the Pill Academy Mustangs coming up to the plate as we will face the starting lineup for the Bayou Academy Colts, and we'll go through their starting lineup right now. Starting in right field will be Jack Cartwright. Trent Corley will bat in the 2-hole and play second base. Alfred Hill will play first base and bat in the 3rd hole. Hayes Holloman will play. Actually, he's on the mound today for him, and he'll pitch and bat in the 4-hole. Parker Harris is playing third base, bat in the 5-hole. Larson Ingram will bat 6th and play shortstop. Ben Caleb Malloy will play left field and bat 7th. Charlie Dunn, the catcher who had a very impressive outing the other day, worked really hard behind the plate, will bat 8th and catch. And Reese Province, the pitcher from the other night, will bat 9th and play center field. So that's the way the Bayou Academy Colts will look at the plate and in the field. And so we get ready for this matchup. And as we discussed the other night, Russell, we don't know what the starting line, what the pitching rotation looks like for Bayou. So I don't know where Province or these other guys fall in this. But I can tell right now the pitcher on the mound for Bayou has good velocity and a really good breaking ball, as he's shown in the warm-ups.
Warm-ups, he looked very confident. It's high school baseball. This time of year when you get conference in, every guy that's going to be up there is going to be able to pitch, be able to throw strikes on a certain day. Any pitcher that throws strikes is going to be successful. If he has trouble, Mustang's going to have a good day. And here we go.
So Gavin Leslie starts the game at the plate for the Mustangs, batting .306 on the season. Steps in, sees a breaking ball down in the dirt away for ball number 1, so a 1-0 count for Leslie. 69 plate appearances, 15 hits, 9 singles, 6 doubles for Leslie. Ball away for ball number 2. If you're getting some feedback, that is the wind. We have a lot of wind today here in Cleveland, Mississippi. We hope as the sun goes down, the wind dies down a little bit. Ball down away for ball 3, so a 3-0 count now to Leslie. And as we've talked about regularly throughout the broadcast, he leads the team in walks. The leadoff batter does, with 20 walks on the season in his 69 plate appearances.
See if the coach gives him green light on 3-0 early.
3-0 count, fastball right straight down the middle for strike number 1. So 3-1 count now for Gavin Leslie.
Leslie had, 2 hits in the last appearance against Bayou Monday. Went 2 for 3, I believe. Right at your camera.
Fastball fouled away at the camera. Mr. Manuskowitz fell out of his chair right there. We'll try to get him up off the ground, as he routinely does, game by game, when we sit behind the backstop. And so now full count to Leslie. His pitcher for Bayou Academy has worked his way back in the count. And here's the full count pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Call strike 3. Dropped by the catcher. He's going to pick it up. Dunn's going to throw it over to first, and that's going to be out number 1 for the Bayou Academy Colts. So Leslie got up in the count 3-0, but could not put the ball in play. It goes down on strikes.
Next up to bat, number 10, Matthew Jeffcoat.
So Matthew Jeffcoat steps up to the plate. The senior catcher for the Mustangs, batting .278 on the season, 62 plate appearances, 15 hits, 13 singles. Has 5 walks on the season. Here's the wind up in the pitch. It's a fastball that just up for ball number 1. One 0 count. Ground ball down the third baseline is going to be fair. Matthew Jeffcoat's going to be waved to second. Here comes the throw into the cutoff man. The cutoff man is going to hold the ball there. Matthew Jeffcoat gets a stand-up double with 1 out here in the top of the first inning.
Even with the early strikeout, great to have it butter on second base with 1 out here. Jeffcoat turned on that pitch right over the third base bag. So slow field, and he was able to get 2.
And he will have a courtesy runner.
Who is that running? 15 is going to be, that's going to be Britt Reichley. Reichley running for Jeffcoat, courtesy runner.
So now, Laws McCool step into the plate. Step up to the plate with a runner on second base and 1 out, man in scoring position. And here's the pitch, is a fastball that kind of runs back across the plate, back inside on him for strike 1. That was a good pitch.
Tough to hit.
Good pitch.
It's a good pitch to take even for a strike. Don't know he could have done much with it, even if he wanted it.
So here's the 0-1 pitch to McCool, and the pitcher's going to step off. Check his runner at second base. Laws McCool batting .360 on the season coming into the contest tonight. There's a 1-0 pitch down in the dirt. Kind of gets away from the catcher, but a good job blocking up. Keeps it in front of him and is able to hold Britt Reichley at second base.
Something I noticed that the Dunn kid does really well, even the other night at pill of the game. Cups his shoulders, keeps the ball in front of him, grounds the ball, keeps it right there, keeps it in play.
And he had a tough night the other night. A lot of pitches down the way. Fastball outside, just misses the corner down for ball number 2. So a 2-1 count now to 3-hole hitter Laws McCool, the senior, playing second base tonight. A lot of seniors in this lineup for the Mustangs. And a high fastball is chopped to the shortstop, who picks up those across the diamond, and he's going to make the play at first base for out number 2 in the inning. Does advance the base runner to third base, but now Dane Sanford will have 2 outs as he steps up to the plate, the 4-hole hitting third baseman, who's batting .370 on the season. Leads the team in hits with 20, has 11 singles and 8 doubles, 1 triple, has 10 RBIs on the season. Would love to see him pick up one here. Breaking ball, misses outside. Sanford starts ahead in the count, 1-0.
3 out of 4 hitters he has started with a ball. Advantage Pilla.
Ball down to the dirt, blocked up right there. Britt Reichley's going to try to score. There's the tip, the flip right there, and he is out at home plate as Reichley could not really get a good read on that ball as the umpire and the batter got in the way. He didn't see it. He knew the catcher couldn't find it, but that's the way that the Mustangs will go down as Reichley is thrown out on the pass ball at home plate. So no runs on 1 hit. Nobody left on base, no errors by the Colts. We will head to the bottom half of the first when we come back. All right, so we're back live here from Bayou Academy as the Bayou Academy Colts will come to the plate in the bottom half of the first inning. Nolan Marshall, the senior pitcher for the Mustangs, will step on the mound. Jack Cartwright steps up to the plate. Nolan Marshall set to deliver. First pitch is down for ball number 1. Nolan Marshall's thrown 21 innings on the season. He has 9 appearances. He's 1-4 on the season. He has a 5.33 ERA. He's given up 23 runs, 16 of them earned, 18 walks. There's a fastball up for ball number 2. 23 strikeouts on the season for Marshall. He only trails Drew Lamb, who has 30. He's hit 8 batters. So a 2-0 count now for Cartwright. And a ball inside hits him, and they will have the leadoff man on base. As the umpire is checking on Cartwright.
got
Next up
Cartwright.
at bat, number 8.
which will bring Trent Corley, the second baseman, up to the plate.
Corley went 1 for 3 in the game Monday in the first meeting.
So just as the Mustangs were benefited from hit batters and walks in the first inning of the first game at our place, we'll see if the Colts can't put pressure on the Mustangs here and do the same thing. Breaking ball that doesn't break as Corley squares around the bunt and pulls back for ball number 1. So a 1-0 count now to Trent Corley.
Nice.
And there's a high fly ball in the center field. The wind is going to be pushing the ball hard. Center field Nelson Hodges settles underneath it and gets the ball back in for out number 1. So a big out right there by Nolan Marshall as he gets Corley to fly out.
It's a big out. Runner's not able to advance. I was watching the center fielder. That ball was right at him, and then as it was coming down, it started drifting. Nelson did a fine job staying with it, though.
So Alfred Hill, the first baseman, good-looking athlete, steps up to the box. With leadoff man Jack Cartwright on base.
Hill was 0 for 2 Monday. Had a walk, had 2 strikeouts.
Struck out, a couple of big strikeouts for Lamb against Hill with runners in scoring position. Fastball away for ball number 1. So Marshall stole the first pitch ball to each of the 3 batters that he's faced. That wind is really blowing hard across, blowing in from center field, kind of across the right fielder's face. Fastball fouled off. It's going to be out of play.
And that wind's got to be a distraction on pitchers, especially in the stretch. Nolan's setting and the wind's blowing directly in his face as he faces third base. Makes it difficult when he's coming home, I would think. But it's something both pitchers will see the entire night tonight. I don't think the wind's going anywhere. I think it's here with us till at least dark.
So Hill out of the box. Marshall throws over to first to see if he can't get Cartwright leaning. A 1-1 count now. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 1 man on base for Bayou. And there goes the runner. And a
strike 2.
Pitch that was up in the zone, squared around on and fouled off to the first base dugout. First base dugout's where the Mustangs are housed tonight, wearing their gold jerseys, their gray pants, green pinstripes. I mentioned one time that the gold uniforms are my favorite uniforms, and Judd has kind of worn them a lot. I don't know if I had any influence on that or not, Russell.
Can't believe that a baseball coach would think a win could be with the uniforms and a baseball uniform would look good for his boss of all things.
1-2 count now, and there's a breaking ball. Misses away. Good job by Jeffcoat blocking it up. Pillow Academy written across the chest.
They wore these same uniform tops, I believe, Monday.
Sure did, and we won.
The
Why
Kirk
change
game?
it? Why change it? 2-2 count. Fastball outside corner just misses high. Does that look like a good pitch to Marshall?
Should be full count here.
So full count, we'll see if we get the base runner moving as Cartwright stands on first base. And he does. Fastball grounded into the 4-hole, and that's a hit and run type situation. Second baseman was covering. That's not the second baseman's responsibility in that situation, but he was covering, and the ball's hit right in the gap for a base hit.
Batting fourth for the Colts, number 20, Hayes Holman.
And Hayes Holman, the 4-hole hitter, will step up to the plate with runners on first and third. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. So Alfred Hill gets the first hit of the
Holman had 1 big hit. He picked up both RBIs. Now he's got
another ground ball into the 4-hole, same spot, and that'll plate Cartwright. And Holman picks up an RBI, and now there are 2 runners on and still 1 out with runners on first and second. And number 3, Parker Harris, the third baseman, coming up to the plate. The pitcher Holman will be courtesy run 4. Nolan just needs to settle down. Ball hadn't been hit exceptionally hard against him at this point, but they found 2 holes on the right side of the infield. They've plated a run.
I don't want to correct you, but they found the same hole, the exact same hole 2 times in a row.
Absolutely.
It's only one hole right now.
And a ball way up and over the head of the batter. A breaking ball that misses out of the zone for ball number 1.
Nolan's going to have to settle down here. Can't let the conditions, can't let the opponent get in his head right now. Just focus on the hitter. There you go.
Fastball fouled away over the head of the visiting crowd here from Greenwood. As the flag continues to blow hard. Hope you can hear us at home with the wind. We're doing the best we can to cover up our microphones. 1-1 count, 1 out, runners on first and second. Runners are moving, and a ball fouled off into the backstop. So Bayou Academy kind of taking a page out of Bill Academy's playbook from Tuesday night, being very aggressive on the bases early.
I like to see that. I don't like to see it against us, but in general for baseball, moving the runners, getting them going, I think that puts pressure on the defense. Let's see if Bill can respond here in this situation.
So a 1-2 count, 1 out. Fastball grounded right back to Nolan Marshall, who throws it over to Gavin Leslie at short. Leslie gets it out of his glove, and a double play, a 1-6-3 double play is going to get the Mustangs out of the inning, and another big defensive play right there by the Mustangs in this series.
Outstanding job there. Pitcher starts it, fields his own position. I looked and wondered why he would go into third base to get the lead runner, but when he turned to go to second, he had in his mind he was going to get 2, and fortunately, even clutching the ball, great hard throw over to first base to get the double play. 1
run, 2 hits, no errors, no 1 man left on base here for the Colts in the bottom half of the first. We'll be back with the top half of the second momentarily. So we're back for the top half of the second, where the Pill Academy Mustangs trail Bayou Academy 1-0. As the Colts were able to plate a run on 2 hits in the inning. A hit batter put the leadoff man on base, and they were able to put a couple hits together to score. But big out. 1-6-3 double play got us out of the inning. So Dane Sanford comes back into the box. He was in the box at the plate when Britt Reichley was caught trying to steal home on a pass ball to end the first inning. Sees a breaking ball in there. Good breaking ball for strike number 1.
That last inning, the Bayou had an opportunity to really extend their lead. Pillow Academy was able to minimize then to hold them to 1 run. Could be a difference here early.
Fastball outside misses for ball number 1, I'm sorry. So 1-1 count. There's a fastball outside corner for a strike. Holman.
Sanford was really late on that pitch.
Holman looking good.
Gear up, be ready.
Looking good with this command early. Russell is throwing a lot of strikes. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball fouled off right into the backstop in front of us. Russell was going to catch it, went to catch it, but it didn't quite make it to him.
Appreciate the compliment. Russell was really going to avoid it if it had gotten through.
So a 1-2 count now. Breaking ball, fouled off, chopped at, and Dane is going to battle at the plate against.
Something else that the Bayou pitchers do. They did it Tuesday. They're doing it tonight. They like to work quick. They like to get the ball in their hand, get up and throw.
Which is why it's important to put them in the situation where they have base runners on and get them in the stretch. And there's a hard hit fly ball into left field.
Right at him.
And it's going to be gloved by the left fielder Province, and he gets it back in the infield for out number 1. So Dane Sanford makes good contact on the 1-2 pitch.
A lot of days that ball right there is at the fence. That ball's over the left fielder's head, but today he hit it right into the teeth of the wind, blowing in from left, and ball just died right for the left fielder.
So now Nolan Marshall comes up to the plate, the senior, 65 plate appearances, batting .328 on the season. Breaking ball inside, misses for ball number 1. Mustangs batting .284 as a team this year. Fastball outside corner for strike 1. Good location by Holman. So now 1-1 count.
Ball.
Fastball down, misses. That's ball number 2. So 1-2 count here in the top of the second inning. I apologize, 2-1 count. Now a 2-2 count as a fastball hits the outside corner again for strike number 2. So Holman really doing a good job of locating that pitch on the outside corner. 2-2 pitch, ball down away. Nolan
tried to go back there again.
He flinches if he wanted to chase, but he didn't. Works the count full. Works the pitch count up on Holman. And now we'll see a full count pitch. Fastball that was probably a little bit outside, but was on that outside part of the plate again. Is reached at and spoiled off by Marshall. Good job fouling that pitch off.
He had to do something with it. That pitch can be called a strike. Umpires like that outside pitch. He could not let it go by.
So full count pitch here, down in the dirt, and Nolan Marshall will be the first base runner. No, I'm sorry, the second base runner of the day for Hill Academy Mustangs. Matthew Jeffcoat hit a stand-up double in the first inning. And J.C. Gerard, first baseman, comes up to the plate. Gerard batting .233 on the season through 51 plate appearances. Has 10 hits with 8 singles, 2 doubles. Left-handed batter, the only lefty in the order for the Mustangs. Ball blocked up by Dunn. A good job by Dunn on that breaking ball in the dirt.
Gerard had 1 base hit Tuesday. He also had 1 RBI with that base hit.
That was a base hit down the right field line that just got by the glove of Alfred Hill, the first baseman, the big first baseman for the Colts, and rolled.
I think we picked that run up after they had scored 2.
Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's a fastball down on the way for ball number 2. Holman was really working the outside corner of the plate on the right-handed hitters, and that's an adjustment that a pitcher has to make when you see so many righties in the lineup and then a left-handed batter gets in the box. A quick pick over to first and just back in time. It's the courtesy runner for the Mustangs.
Is that Powers, John Heston Powers, running for the Mustangs?
So here is the 2-0 pitch. Fastball inside, catches the inside corner for strike 1. JC didn't really like it. Looked like it was a little inside, but that's a pitch that...
That's a strike easy with right-handed hitters.
Absolutely. So a 2-1 pitch from the stretch.
Nice
ball
stop.
Down in the dirt for ball 3. And like we were just talking about, it's a difference for these Bayou Academy pitchers when they're pitching from the stretch than the windup.
Yes. They're much more comfortable moving quickly out of the windup. Out of the stretch, it becomes a distraction.
So now the 3-1 pitch. Runner on first base, 1 out in the top of the second. Fastball fouled away over the third base dugout. For strike 2. So full count now to J.C. Gerard. It's John Heston Powers, courtesy runner at first base for Nolan Marshall. And the ball gets away. He had him picked off.
Sure did. Yeah, Powers was not paying
attention. And he had the quick pick there, but he threw it away. And now John Heston stands on second base, and J.C. Gerard has an RBI opportunity with 2 strikes and 1 out here in the top of the second.
Pitcher had him. Poor execution, though. Poor execution in that play. Gives us an extra base. See if we can pick it up here on a full count.
Full count pitch is a strike down in the zone, swung through by Gerard. And that is only the fifth strikeout on the season for Gerard, who does not strike out often. And so Brock Jacobson will step up to the plate. Jacobson has found his way into the order regularly for the Mustangs lately. Hot-hitting Jacobson, batting .257 on the season, 42 appearances.
I was going to say he's who you want up in this situation. He might be the hottest hitter for the Mustangs in the last 2 weeks.
Fastball way outside for ball number 1. Has the only home run on the season for the Mustangs, but not a friendly home run day in the ballpark here with the wind blowing in straight from center field. A 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside corner, missed.
Waved at that one.
For strike 1. So 1-1 count now to Jacobson. Runner on second base. 2 outs. Ball on the same spot on the outside corner, but just low in the zone for ball number 2. Two-one count now. Jacobson. Ball gets away from the catcher, down in the dirt. Now John has will move up. So 3-1 count now to Jacobson. Hitters count. Runner on third base. RBI opportunity. Bill Academy trailing 1-0. Top of the second inning.
Need to push this ball through the infield somewhere here. If he gets this pitch to hit. If not, take the base. Let Eli Simmons come up and do some work.
Simmons, the senior, stands on deck. Wind really blowing hard now. Fastball grounded to the second baseman. The second baseman's going to glove it. He's going to throw over to first, and he's going to make the play. And the Colts will get out of the inning and strand another runner. So there was no runs on no hits, no errors. There was one man left on base for the Mustangs. We'll go to the bottom half of the second when we come back. So Nolan Marshall says he's ready. He's through warming up.
For the Colts, number 10, Larson Ingram.
Larson Ingram's going to step up to the plate.
He's your shortstop today. Played shortstop in the first game against the Mustangs on Tuesday.
Made some impressive plays at shortstop. Has been really solid in that position through the first 10 innings of this series, 9 innings of this series. Fastball driven into the left center gap. Eli Simmons on the run. Nelson Hodges on the run. The ball's going to fall in the gap, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Ingram to start the second inning.
That was solidly hit. Right over the shortstop, right all the way to the gap in the alley.
Ben Caleb
Malloy will step up to the plate with the runner on second base and nobody out for the Bayou Colts. He's asking for signs again from his coach. He's not going to get him. He calls time. He's looking at his coach, asking for signs again. Be interesting to see if they put a bunt down to try to move the runner. With nobody out here in the second inning. Malloy is the left fielder for the Colts. Squares around the bunt.
He sure does.
And he gets it down. Marshall's going to pick it up. He's going to throw it over to first, and he throws it high. J.C. Gerard catches it, but there were 2 men covering the bag. Nobody charged on the infield. J.C. stayed at first. Dane stayed at third. It looked like
Laws covered first.
Laws knew what the bunt coverage was, and Gerard got confused. And that created issues. So now there are runners on first and third on what I guess we'll call a throwing error by the pitcher as the ball was high. Took the first baseman off the I don't know who the error would be on, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm looking at, too.
Ball down the dirt, blocked up by Jeffcoat. Good job with the runner on third base.
You almost wonder if it's a fielder's choice infield hit.
Could be an infield hit. We'll rule it an infield hit. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
But really, it was I hate to say it, it's an error somebody on the fielding side or receiving side of Pillow Academy, either on the second baseman or the first baseman.
So 1-0 count to the batter. Ball is outside as Charlie Dunn, the catcher, steps up to the plate. Matthew Jeffcoat's going to call timeout with a 2-0 count. 2 runners on base here in the bottom half of the second. 1-0 lead for Bayou. So they were able to score a run after a hit by pitch. The first batter that Nolan Marshall faced. 2 singles followed. But the Mustangs were able to get out of the first inning with a big double play.
Official scoring's come back. It's an error on the pitcher on the throw. If he makes an accurate throw, one of those 2 guys will step on the base.
2-0 pitch outside for ball 3. So now 3-0 count. And only 1 bag open. That's second base. First and third. No steal attempt. We'll see if the runner's moving here with the 3-0 count. Put pressure on the defense. He's not. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
BD, that flag is standing straight at attention, blowing in.
That wind is whipping today, man.
It's a good thing it's a brand new flag.
Fastball inside for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded, and the Mustangs find themselves in trouble here in the bottom of the second. And 9-hole hitter Reese Providence, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. Charlie Dunn will be courtesy run 4 by number 15 for Bayou. Charlie Dunn, the catcher, has done a good job in this game. Did a good job the other night.
Mustangs now need an out. I think right now if they could get a ground ball, play at the plate, hard shot to one of the corners.
There's a fastball down in the zone, fouled off for strike number 1. So Dane Sanford, third baseman's playing close to the grass. Not holding the runner on at first base. Playing back is J.C. Gerard. Left-handed batter for the Bayou Colts. The outfield is playing straight up.
Right now, Marshall's got to bear down. He's got to focus on the hitter when he strikes.
1-1 pitch.
There you go.
Fastball in there for strike 2. So 1-2 count now as the top of the order gets ready to come back up in the 9-hole hitter. Reese Providence stands at the plate. So the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung through for strike number 3, and a big out right there by Nolan Marshall. And Jack Cartwright, the right fielder, comes up to the plate in a big spot. Got hit by the pitch his first at bat. Jack Cartwright, the leadoff hitter for the Colts, sees a fastball in the outside corner for strike number 1. Swings straight through it.
Cartwright's another 3-sport athlete here for Bayou Academy. Played baseball, plays basketball, and football.
Inside fastball with good velocity for strike number 2, and now 0-2 count on Cartwright.
Marshall's gotten back in the groove here a little bit these last 3 pitches.
Trent Corley stands on deck. Fastball fouled away. Another inside pitch going right at him now, working this fastball. And Marshall's kind of finding his groove now back in the windup. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Fastball, line drive into the 6th hole. Eli Simmons comes up, throws it into the third baseman, and 1 runner's going to score. So Jack Cartwright's going to pick up a big hit on a 0-2 count, which brings up Trent Corley. Trent Corley flew out to center field his first at bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Base is still loaded. Cartwright picks up his first RBI of the night. A 2-0 lead now for the Colts. Fastball in the outside corner, swung through by Corley. Number 13, Alfred Hill, the first baseman, stands on deck. And there's a line drive down the right field line. That's going to be fair. That's trouble. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Corley hits the bag at third. He's going to hit a second. He's going to head to third. 3 runs are going to score, and that is going to be a base clearing, 1-out triple, and that's going to extend the lead for the Colts to 5-0 here early in this ball game.
Corley poked that ball, and it landed right on the right field line, about a halfway out toward right field wall. Perfect location for the pitch, or perfect, even better location for the hit. As you see, bases clear and triple.
Well, now we got a runner on third base. We got a mound visit by Coach Thickpen, but a runner on third base now with one out here in the second, and the heart of the order coming up. It's going to be important to try to minimize the damage in this inning at this point. Try to get back up to the plate. Alfred Hill had a single his first plate appearance. Ground ball. Runner was, as Cartwright was dealing.
Poked it in the hole between first and second, deep in the 4-hole.
So the Mustangs find themselves in trouble early in the game, down 5-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Nolan Marshall trying to get as many innings out of them as we can. Those are breaking ball in there for strike number 1 to Alfred Hill. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hill. Fastball down in the zone for strike number 2. Alfred didn't really like it. It was down in the zone a little bit, but good location by Marshall. And now he's heading to count 0-2 again. Breaking ball, line drive. Shortstop Gavin Leslie picks it up, throws it over to first baseman J.C. Gerard, but he's not going to beat the runner.
Deep in the hole, dove to get the ball. Great throw, fantastic throw. Just not quite in time. The first baseman.
Ball died in the wind, hit the dirt right there at the edge of the grass. Gavin lays out for it, picks it up, and throws it to Gerard, who made a good stretch on it, but he just couldn't beat it. Now a 6-0 lead for the Colts. Fastball outside corner, misses for ball 1.
Puts runner on first. Hall's on first, Holman up to hit now. Holman, who's the pitcher, could help himself out here again.
Fly ball, right side.
Dugout.
Can't find it is Jeffcoat. It's going to go out of...
All the way out of play.
Out of play. It went out of play. The wind blew that ball. That ball started in play right at Jeffcoat. He lost it, and the wind carried it all the way out of play, and it fell almost in the ditch behind us, Russell.
I was going to say not far from the nearest cotton field here at Bayou Academy this afternoon.
So 1-1 count now. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Jeffcoat jumps up and throws down to first base. Not in time. 2-1 count now.
Holman is the 8th hitter this inning for the Colts. Got him.
Fastball up. Swung through strike number 2. As Parker Harris waits on deck. Parker Harris, who grounded into that 1-6-3 double play his last plate appearance. Runner goes. Outside pitch. Throw down by Jeffcoat. It's not going to be in time. The runner is safe. As Alfred Hill picks up his first stolen base of the day. And now a full count. Hayes Holman. Fastball swung through for strike 3 and a big out right there by Marshall. And, Holman goes down for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 3, Parker Harris.
So Parker Harris steps up.
Hit into the double play first time. Back to the pitcher on the 1-6-3 into the first inning. Like him in the second inning here again.
Breaking ball up for ball number 1. High fly ball
coming back
into
to you.
right
Don't
center.
overrun it.
Jeffcoat's trying to settle underneath it. He can't make the catch. Ball, the wind carried it back across his body.
Yep.
He can't come up with it. And he drops it out in right field. And that will be an error on the right fielder. And another run will score. And now Bayou Academy leads 7-0.
Tough play there. Wind blowing right back into Jeffcoat's face as he comes. I hated to say it out loud, but just sit tight. The ball was coming back to him. He ran to where the ball was and just got away from him.
And a bunt. Nobody there to cover. Stanford's going to pick it up, but that's going to be an infield hit for the Colts. And they will keep putting the pressure on the Mustangs with the runners on base. Runners on first and second now.
Ben Caleb Malloy.
Still with 2 outs. Ben Caleb Malloy steps up to the plate. He reached on the air his first at bat. That's the second hit of the night for Logan Ingram, who hit a double to lead off this inning. Malloy reached in this inning on an error on a bunt, fielded cleanly by Marshall, but a high throw took first baseman off the bag. Breaking ball fouled off for strike number 2. So 0-2 count now to Malloy. Malloy, the 10th batter of the inning for the Colts. And a ball that gets away from Jeffcoat on strike number 3. All runners will advance, and Malloy is going to advance. A pass
Gets
ball.
the strikeout, wild pitch on the play on the strikeout, and is able to advance on the pitch.
Now batting number 23.
So the Mustangs not catching any breaks here in this inning. Down 7-0, and the bases are loaded once again with the 11th at batter coming up to the plate, and that is catcher Charlie Dunn, who walked his first time at the plate. There's the pitch. Inside, called strike number 1.
It was actually a pretty good pitch.
Ball started on the middle half of the plate, ran back inside on it. A high fastball for strike number 2. You know, Marshall in this inning has really worked ahead in counts and is just not timely hitting by Bayou and just some bad luck.
Yep, a couple of mistakes.
Fastball that wasn't located. You could tell that Jeffcoat was setting up on the outside part of the plate. Ball runs back in on him. Jeffcoat did a good job of making that catch on the inner half just over the feet of Charlie Dunn, the catcher. Breaking ball that almost hits Dunn. Would have played it another run. Is ball number 2, so a 2-2 count with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Yeah. We've given up, 6 here this inning, but with only 1 base on balls. Pitchers thrown strikes the entire inning. Bayou has put the ball in play, and we have not fielded them cleanly.
And there's a fastball fouled away, and the count will stay 2-2.
We had the error to start off the inning. We had 2 clutch hits for Bayou at the top of the order with Cartwright and Corley. Corley with the triple.
Here's 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that breaks in there for strike number 3.
Needed that.
And the Mustangs will get out of the inning, and the Colts will strand the runners. We'll give you the stat line when we come back. 6 runners did score. We'll head to the top of the 3rd with Pillow Academy trailing 7-0. So the top of the third inning coming up, and the Mustangs find themselves in trouble.
Mustangs will have Simmons, Jeff Coat, and the top of the order Leslie coming up here in the top of the third.
Bayou Academy wins 6 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors by the Mustangs, and 3 men left on base. The most impressive stat of the inning was that we actually struck out 4 batters, but 1 advanced on a wild pitch. Ball inside to Simmons for ball number 1. Eli Simmons, a senior, is batting .200 on the season. That's 56 plate appearances. Another ball down in the zone for ball number 2. So as effective as Holman has been, he has thrown a lot of balls in this game. Ball down in the zone for ball number 3. So Eli Simmons now works ahead in the count 3-0. See if we can get some base runners early. And in the third inning, Russell is just about chipping away at the lead.
Yes, need base runners, need to be patient. Can't get it all back with 1 hit. You've heard that said before. Holman started the, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Holman started the inning with 33 pitches so far.
So a 3-1 count now as a fastball goes right down the middle on 3-0 pitch, and a ball inside is going to be ball 4. So Eli Simmons draws a leadoff walk. And we'll see what senior Michael Jeffcoat can do here. 52 plate appearances, batting .238 on the season. Michael Jeffcoat has 10 hits, 8 singles, 2 doubles. He's driven in 5 runs. This will be his first plate appearance of the night.
I would not think we're going anywhere right now. It's going to be more station to station.
Fastball 4, strike 1. We'll put Holman ahead in the count. 0-1 pitch now coming to Michael Jeffcoat. And just a soft toss over to first base just to check his runner out. Eli Simmons was 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout in the game against Bayou Academy on Tuesday night, the 6-2 victory for the Mustangs. As he watches a...
I'm not sure he had 3 strikeouts. I think he was pinch hit for and substituted late in that game.
That's correct. There's a fastball away for ball 2. So now 2-1 count to Michael Jeffcoat. Wind dies down for just a second, but then it'll pick back up again. We sure hope it dies down when the sun goes down. Fastball inside for ball 3. So
3-1 count.
There have been 9 pitches thrown, 7 of them balls so far in this inning for Holman, who's working into his 3rd inning here at Bayou Academy. And there's a ball outside for ball number 4. So Holman walks the 8 and 9 hole hitters,
Gavin Leslie.
which will bring up Gavin Leslie, the leadoff batter, who struck out looking his first plate appearance.
For a high school coach, I believe it's D. Haynes, got to be frustrating. When you can pick up 6 runs in the bottom half of your inning, come back out, pitcher comes out, and what you do, back-to-back walks and start off with the Mustangs. Good for us. Let's see if we can capitalize on it.
Fastball in the dirt. Good job blocking up by Dunn. Kind of getting tired of saying that, but he does a good job, doesn't he, Russell?
Noticed that the other night when he played. Saw it earlier. Keeps the ball in front of him every time. Good defensive catcher.
So Bayou's coach will walk out and have a little mound visit. He's going to keep his infield back. He's just going out there to talk to his pitcher a little bit, work the dirt around. And
that's a frustrated coach right now, that is. What'd you say? He's walked 2, so that's 9 balls out of 11 pitches. He's talking to the pitcher right now. Calm him down. Get him back in. He's telling him, son, I've got a 7-0 lead. All you've got to do is throw strikes. And the kid's not throwing strikes.
We'd like to welcome Miss Marietta Branch to Cleveland tonight. Miss Branch is sitting right behind us.
Fortunately, it's still
visiting
a day
with her
game.
tonight. She just wanted me to tell everybody in Mustang Nation hello. So a 1-0 pitch coming now to leadoff batter Gavin Leslie.
If I was Leslie right now, I'd be sitting on a strike right down the middle. Anything else, let it go.
There's a fastball outside for ball 2. So Leslie, who leads the team in walks with 20, has a good eye.
Patient here. Make him bring you a strike. Be patient.
2-0 count. Ball down away in the zone. 3-0 count now. And Holman kind of getting a little frustrated, which is understandable on the mound. He had a very effective first 2 innings that he pitched. Pitch count's getting up a little bit in this inning. No outs, 3-0 count now to Leslie. See if he has a green light. Big gap in left center field. Fastball down the way for ball 4. So
There we go.
bases are now loaded. 3 walks in a row. And 2-hole hitter Matthew Jeffcoat, who has the only hit of the night for the Mustangs through 2 full innings, will step up. Had a hard hit ground ball down the left field line that just got over the bag fair in the top of the first.
I think you mentioned last half we need to minimize when they had the bases loaded, nobody out. Mustangs need to maximize here.
Fastball down in the zone for ball number 1.
It's Groundhog Day, Coach. Seems like saying the same thing over and over.
So 1-0 count. Fastball almost the same location, but called a strike there. Gets the benefit of that call. Now he's throwing strikes. 1-1 count to Matthew Jeffcoat. Big spot for Jeffcoat, senior catcher. And there's a hard hit line drive, just foul down the first base line. And now Jeffcoat will be down in the count 1-2.
That's the hit we need right there. Bayou got that hit in their half inning. We need to get that hit in our half.
So a 1-2 count. Fastball outside, blocked up by Dunn.
2-2.
Ball will be even the count for Matthew Jeffcoat.
Jeffcoat needs to focus here. Just put the ball in play. Love a base hit. Put the ball in play primary.
And a
Keep
fastball
fight. Nice job, son.
high fouled out into the field behind us as we sit here in Cleveland. Jeffcoat has 7 RBIs on the season. Be a great opportunity to pick up a few more right here as the bases are full and nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Breaking ball, tried to catch him on that breaking ball away and just couldn't get
Sure
it
did.
over the plate enough to make Jeffcoat chase.
Leaned, watched it all the way in. I thought he was going to lunge after it. He had an excellent eye then.
So now full count, pitch, and nowhere to put Jeffcoat. And there's a fastball that's popped up in the infield. That's going to be an infield fly. All runners will stay where they are.
Tough out.
That out will be made for out number 1. So Laws McCool now will step up to the plate. Laws McCool, who's batting .360 on the season, has 11 RBIs,
Number 23, Laws McCool.
has 6 doubles on the season, scored 15 runs. His last plate appearance, he grounded out to the shortstop. So McCool steps in another big position.
Pitcher going out of the windup now.
Fastball down, snap throw back by Dunn, and he's going to be safe, and that was close. Good job by Alfred Hill to make that catch and get that tag down as Leslie slid back into first.
I'm not so sure that was a call ahead of time. Him going out of the windup. I think that was a design play there.
Almost worked. Fastball right down the middle for strike number 1, so a 1-1 count now to Laws McCool. The Mustangs loaded the bases on 3 straight walks to start the inning. And a fastball is fouled off. And for the second straight batter, Holman has worked ahead in the count. And Laws McCool now has a 1-2 count with Dane Sanford, the 3rd baseman, sophomore, standing on deck. And there's a breaking ball grounded right at the 3rd baseman. He's going to try to throw home. He looked at home. He did not throw home. And so the run will score, but he does get the out at first. And that'll cut their lead to 7-1 as Eli Simmons comes across the plate. And
Now batting.
fielder's choice. Well,
Fielder's choice.
fielder's choice. RBI for
McCool. McCool picks up the RBI on the fielder's choice.
And now
Now
Dane
him.
Sanford comes to the plate.
Runners on 2nd and 3rd now. Everybody advanced.
Fastball down in the dirt, away for ball number 1. Sanford, who leads the team in batting average at .370.
As much as we may have sat here and questioned the 3rd baseman not going home, 3rd baseman high school baseball had a ground ball and he made sure he got it out. It's a credit to him.
And there's another ball chopped down the 3rd baseline, but this one's going to go foul. Sanford really looked like he stepped out of the box on that swing. Kind of fooled him a little bit. Now that was a big out for the Colts.
Yes.
And a 1-1 count now to Sanford. Sanford with an opportunity to pick up 2 RBIs with the hit, with Speedy Gavin Leslie standing on second base. Fastball down for ball number 2, so a 2-1 count.
Rare opportunity there for the catcher to catch one clean and try to frame it. Wasn't close enough to be framed, though, on that pitch. 2-1. Let's drive one somewhere here. Hitter.
Ball down in the dirt, gets away, but the Michael Jeffcoat standing on third base got a good read on that. Does not try to advance. Won't make the last out at home plate. And Nolan Marshall.
Sanford saw that as well. Sanford gave him the stop signal on there.
Nolan Marshall stands on deck, the pitcher for the Mustangs tonight. 3-1 count now to Sanford with 2 outs. Fastball high in the zone is swung at and fouled off, and now full count with 2 outs for Dane Sanford. Top of the 3rd inning, 7-1 lead for Bayou Academy Colts. Full count, 2 outs. Pitcher steps off. There's the pitch, and it's high in the zone for ball 3, so the bases, ball 4, so the bases are loaded. Once again for the Mustangs, and Nolan Marshall steps up to the plate.
4 walks this inning for Holman for the Colts.
Got to take advantage of these situations. So Marshall steps up to the plate. Marshall's batting .328, has 19 RBIs on the season, the most on the team, has 7 doubles on the season. Only trails Dane Sanford in that area. Would love to help himself out by putting one in the gap somewhere here. Fastball down in the dirt for ball 1.
Nolan is the 7th hitter this inning for the Mustangs to come to the plate.
Fastball outside corner for strike 1. Bring the count even at 1-1 for
Pitcher's pitch right there.
Holman. Nolan Marshall stands in. Here's Holman from the windup. Breaking ball that just catches the bottom half of the zone. Marshall fouls off. Now Marshall has a 1-2 count.
Boy, he decided late then. He was looking at it, and I thought he was fixing to swing early. Just could not put anything on the ball.
So a 1-2 count now. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Bases are loaded. Breaking ball. Sorry, fastball in the dirt. Marshall doesn't chase, and that'll bring the count even to 2-2.
2-2 has not been getting his fastball over. Look for an off-speed pitch here.
There it is, and Marshall check swings, and
nice save.
He does not call a strike, and the umpire in the field is standing on the third base side and does not get an appeal.
No help. That's the pitch he wanted right there. Perfect time set up for it. Now it's back to Marshall. He's got the opportunity here. Runners are going to be moving.
Breaking ball outside corner. He doesn't swing, and Nolan Marshall's going to go down on strikes looking. So the Mustangs are going to strand 3. So we're heading to the bottom half of the 3rd with the Mustangs trailing 7-1.
Good.
All right, so we are back here for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Pill Academy Mustangs 1 run on no hits. No errors by the Bayou Academy Colts and 3 men left on base. 4 walks by Colt pitcher Hayes Holman in that inning. Leading off.
Left-hander up. Should be Alfred. Is it Alfred Hall? No. 16. I believe it is Alfred. It's a left-handed kid. Pardon me, the center fielder. Reese Province hitting. That long inning got my stat sheet messed up.
3 straight pitches, 3 straight balls for Marshall. And a 3-0 count now for Reese Province, who pitched on Tuesday night. Fastball down in the dirt, gets away from Jeffcoat. And the leadoff batter is going to be on base for the Bayou Academy Colts. Nolan Marshall now
batting, number 1.
will face the top of the order for the 3rd time as he pitches into the 3rd inning.
Cartwright.
Cartwright has been hit by a pitch.
Got a base hit last time.
1 for 1 on the night. Jeffcoat throws down to first. On the pitch, it was just up a little bit in the zone for ball number 1. Oh, never mind. He calls it a strike. So a strike. So 0-1 count now to Cartwright. Fastball.
Nice
Right down the middle for strike number 2. So 0-2 count now to Cartwright.
I think Cartwright's base hit last time was on an 0-2 count.
And a quick pick over to first base. Doesn't quite get the runner. Marshall comes set. Throws the 0-2 pitch. Grounded softly to Gavin Leslie. He's going to pick it up and throw over to first. He needs to make the throw early. And he can't make the throw in time.
Cartwright can run. That's why he's at the top of the order.
Ball's grounded softly, and we just couldn't quite get there in time to make the play. So first 2 runners find their way on base here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning on the infield hit by Jack Cartwright. Trent Corley comes up to the plate. He flew out to center field and
had the big trip on the last at bat.
Cleared the bases, I believe.
That's correct.
Russell.
Dropped it right over in the right field of no man's land. It was a poke.
Squares around the bunt, does Corley. 4-1. Up 7-1, trying to produce as many runs as he can as the Bayou Academy head baseball coach, D. Haynes. So 1-0 pitch, way outside for ball 2. Good job by Jeffcoat to get outside into the left-hander's batter's box and make that catch across his body. So now a 2-0 pitch coming. Runners on first and second.
Nice pitch.
Pitch on the outside corner doesn't get called, so now a 3-0 count. And Marshall comes set. Nobody out. Fastball inside called. Strike number 1. Snap throw down to second base. Not in time by Jeffcoat.
3-1 count, nobody out, 2 runners on. Bayou looking to extend. Mustangs looking to stop the damage right here.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. It's way outside, and that's ball 4. Runners will move up on the walk. Would have advanced on the wild pitch. And now Coach Judd Thickpen is going to walk out to the mound.
Probably going to be it.
Points at Dane Sanford, and it looks like Dane Sanford is going to come to the mound in this inning. So we are going to have a pitching change while the pitcher warms up. We're going to take a break. So there's nobody out here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The bases are loaded, and the Mustangs will make a pitching change. We'll be back with you momentarily. All right, so we are back. Bottom of the third, 7-1 lead for Bayou Academy. Bases are loaded, nobody out, and a pitching change for the Mustangs. Third baseman Dane Sanford is going to go to the mound.
Pitcher sophomore.
Pitcher Nolan Marshall moves over to third.
Simple change for Coach Thigpen there. Dane, the sophomore, coming in, tall, rangy kid, has a lot of velocity. Let's see if he can get some strikes in, get it over for us, and see if we can help the Mustangs out of a jam here in the fourth or the third.
First pitch is way over the head of the batter for ball one.
Dane got to reach out, get loose, follow through with the pitch here.
Dane Sanford has only worked 4 1/3 innings this year. Fastball over the head again for ball two. He's credited with 1 win and 1 loss. He has 8 runs scored on him, given up no hits, 4 earned runs, 10 walks, and 9 strikeouts. That's an interesting stat line, Russell.
That's a stat line right there, right out of Major League, the movie, not the team.
Fastball high for ball number 3, so he has not thrown a strike yet.
What you're saying is he's not been hittable so far this year.
He has an ERA of 6.462 and has given up no hits.
That's a stat line. I can't top that. Throw a strike right here, Dane.
Ball 4, and the base runners will advance, and another run scores. It is 8-1 now for Bayou Academy.
Number 20, Hayes Holman.
So Dane Sanford trying to find a way to find the zone here.
Really needs to work on finding his zone, work on his pitches. Just throw strikes right here.
Sanford throws the ball high for ball number 1. At the plate is Hayes Holman, who is grounded, has a single and a strikeout.
Grounded out and struck out.
Grounded out and struck out. Fastball inside corner for strike 1. Sanford finds the zone for the first strike thrown. One count now to Holman. Ball way high for ball 2. So now a 2-1 count for Holman. Sanford steps back up on the rubber, throwing from the windup with the bases loaded. No outs. 1 run is already scored. Ball high for ball 3. So a 3-1 count now, and Matthew Jeffcoat's going to call time and go out and talk to his pitcher, Dane Sanford.
Sanford not getting a lot of fought up, though. He is throwing and then almost trying to raise right up to see where he's throwing it.
Gavin Leslie, Laws McCool, Michael Jeffcoat all have innings left to pitch in this series. Those are pitchers who've thrown a lot this year for the Mustangs, and a ball high for ball number 4. And Sanford looks over at the dugout. Coach Thigpen's going to call timeout. And that might be it for that pitching change, as Sanford was not able to find the zone.
Number 3, Parker Harris.
So we'll see what Coach Thigpen does, as now the lead is extended to 9-1.
This inning so far, we have given up 4 base on balls and 1 single. Coach is looking for somebody to throw strikes. Don't want to be negative at this point, but at 9-1, we've got to get out of here without any further damage. Otherwise, we just need to be able to throw strikes and move to the next game.
Well, the object is to win the series. We're in a hole here in game 2. We won game 1, 6-2 on Tuesday night. Very spirited effort by the Mustangs.
Let's see who's going with. I think he's going to stay with the pitcher Sanford here.
He's going to try to stick with him. The infield trots back out. Gavin says something to him.
It's an opportunity for Sanford here to gather himself, come back, throw strikes.
Parker Harris, the third baseman, is up to the plate.
Hit into a double play and had an error in right field. Got on base with an E9 in the second at bat.
So 0 for 2 on the night is Harris.
So he'll go 0 for 3 here.
Fastball just misses high for ball number 1.
I'll say this. Sanford's ball has movement on it. Kid is young, can't control it right now in this particular outing, but ball does have movement when it's coming through.
This is only his 5th inning to pitch this year.
There it is.
Strike
Yes,
1
sir.
on the batter. Now Sanford evens the count at 1-1. So minimal amount of innings pitched. A lot of that had to do with some tightness in his arm early in the season. Throws a ball inside for ball number 2, so a 2-1 count now on the batter. So we've been playing an hour and 17 minutes and haven't quite made it through the 3rd inning yet.
Tuesday's game, 7-inning complete game, 1 hour, 45 minutes.
Fastball high for ball number 3, so a 3-1 count. And that was because both pitchers went the distance. Both pitchers had impressive outings. Mustangs were able to capitalize on an early big inning.
I think we had 11 strikeouts total between the two and 3 walks between the two.
3-1 count now. Sanford sets and delivers. Strike on the outside corner. Nope, he's called a ball, and another runner will walk in. And now the Bayou Colts lead 10-1.
The difference in that pitch right there and for other pitchers, a pitcher that's in control gets the benefit of that pitch, that call from the umpire. A pitcher that's struggling has got to throw it directly over the plate to get a strike within the zone. Anything close, the umpire's not going to give.
So Sanford doesn't have a lot of confidence on the mound right now. Coach Thigpen is trying to talk from the dugout to him, tell him to settle down, let's throw strikes, make him swing the bat. And there's a first pitch fastball down the middle that's fouled off.
All the way out of play.
Yes. Larson Ingram, the shortstop, steps up. He's had a big day so far.
2 for 2, double and a single. Started that second, no he did not. Yeah, started the second inning with a leadoff double. Scored.
Pitch
Had it
high
in second
for
time.
ball number 2, ball 1, so a 1-1 count.
Really like to see Dane stretch out some, follow through with his lower back. He's still standing up.
High for ball number 2, so a 2-1 count. Ingram on Tuesday night was 1 for 3 with a single, a fly out, and grounded out to the shortstop. He led off the game. He was the leadoff batter on Tuesday night's contest. Fastball that misses for ball number 3. So Dane not getting any help right there.
None.
From the umpire. And now a 3-1 count. As Coach Thigpen is now.
Can't blame Coach Thigpen there, at least questioning that. It was marginal, it was close. A lot of times it can go either way. But like we said earlier, when you're not finding the zone, it's hard to get the pitch you want.
And that's a ball outside for ball 4. So another run has walked in. So Coach Thigpen is going to go have to make a change now. As 4 runners have walked in this inning. Is that correct?
We have 4 RBI walks in a row, yes.
4 runners have walked in. So we'll see what kind of changes we're making right now. It looks like Brock Makeumson is going to step on the mound for the Mustangs.
So far this inning, we have given up 6 walks, 1 single.
Makeumson is pitching JV spots this year. Has not pitched in any varsity games. This will be his first varsity appearance.
Makeumson's DHing today, isn't he?
Makeumson is the DH today for Nelson Hodges. He had to pull Hodges out of the game for Makeumson to enter. And Makeumson warming up.
And that will put what will make that defensive changes. We've got Gerard still at first. We're going to have Leslie at second now. Marshall at third. Dane goes back to third base, and Marshall's at shortstop.
Laws McCool moved to center field.
There's the one I was looking for. Yes, sir.
Where Nelson Hodges was playing. As Bayou Academy leads 11-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
I noticed earlier in the season it seemed Coach was moving Leslie and McCool back and forth, trying to see who was more comfortable in the outfield with that extra infielder coming in. Looks like he has settled on McCool being more the center fielder and keeping Leslie infield as much as possible.
Well, a 6-2 victory on Tuesday night gave the Mustangs confidence moving into today, and things just really have not gone well for the Mustangs early. Errors and walks have been the name of the game defensively, and some missed opportunities with base runners in scoring position. So here's Jacobson's first pitch. It's a fastball, and it's a long hit. Ball into left center field. Eli Simmons is going to settle underneath it, and he's going to catch it. He's going to throw the ball in. The runner's going to advance to third on the throw in over the head of the cutoff man with no chance to make the play at home plate.
That's not an error, but that is a mental mistake that Coach, I'm sure, will want to address. He's trying to make a play there. He's frustrated. He's a senior. He's given up one, but at that point where the ball was hit, he needs to throw that ball to third, hit your cut man, shortstop right there, and keep the force in play with one out.
Batting number 23, Charlie Dunn.
So Charlie Dunn, the catcher, steps up, the 8-hole hitter for the Bayou Academy Colts. Eli Simmons with the out as Brock Jacobson throws strikes across the zone. And that's just like we talked about, man. Make them put the ball in play. Don't give them free passes. Jacobson comes set with the runners on first and third. Runners moving. Throw down to second base is not going to be in time, and the runner on third is going to stay where he's at.
That's pretty good coaching there for the Bayou at that point. Not send the runner home. Sit tight, let your base hitter do what he's going to do if he's going to.
Ball two is ball high. That makes for now the base is open at first base. 12-1 lead for the Bayou Colts.
Dunn is the 9th hitter this inning to hit. Nice pitch.
Breaking ball that just kind of comes inside part of the plate for strike one. 2-1 count now for Dunn. As Reese Providence stands on deck. Ball inside hits the batter.
Now batting number 16.
And number 16, Reese Providence, will step up to the plate with the bases loaded and one out.
Curtis Schroeder coming in here.
So 12-1, bottom of the third, one out, bases are loaded. 9-hole hitter Reese Providence at the plate. Brock Jacobson on the mound for the Mustangs. Fastball down in the zone, swung through for strike number one.
Providence started this inning off with a walk on 4 pitches.
Fastball up and away for ball number one. Left-handed hitter in the order for the Colts. Fastball up the zone again for ball number 2. So 2-1 count. And a hard hit ground ball in the 4-hole is going to score 2 runs. Runners held up at second base. And Reese Providence has a 1-out single. It scores 2 and extends the lead for the Colts to 14-1 here in the bottom of the third. So that'll bring back up Jack Cartwright.
Jack Cartwright.
He scored Harris. He scored Ingram.
Cartwright sees a first pitch fastball.
That's trouble.
It's going to fall down the left field line. One runner's going to score. Another runner's coming to third. Throw into third. It's blocked up by Dane Sanford, and Jack Cartwright hits a 1-out double, and another run will score. It's now 15-1 Bayou, with runners on second and third.
Now batting number 8, Trent Corley.
So Trent Corley comes up to the plate. Corley, who's walked, flown out, and hit a base clearing triple, is 1 for 3 on the night, 1 for 2 on the night. Foul ball right at the backstop for strike number 1.
I flinched. Won't lie.
Mr. Benuskowitz didn't flinch that time. He's getting tough back here behind the camera.
Steely.
Fastball, line drive, hit right past Gavin Leslie. One run's going to score. Cartwright's going to hold up at third base, and runners are going to be on first and third now with
batting,
one out.
13, Alfred Hill.
Hall's up to hit. Walked last time. Has a base hit. Has 2 base hits in the game so far. 2 for 2. We've got Corley at first. We've got Province at third. You've got Hall up to hit.
Hall, the big first baseman.
Good looking athlete, Coach.
For the Colts.
Hope he's a senior.
Steps up with runners on first and third. Mustangs trailing 16-1 in the third inning. Jacobson throws a breaking ball down the dirt, and here comes the runner home, and he will score. Now it is 17-1 for the Colts. And a runner on second base.
Everyone in the Bayou batting order has scored today.
When you've scored 17 runs through 2 and a third innings,
hard not to score, isn't it,
hard
Coach?
not to score. Hard not to score. At this rate, I won't even say what I feel like they can do at this rate.
We're not going with rates.
Ball down in
as
the
good as
dirt.
the next pitch. Got him at third.
There's a throw down to third and gets by Dane Sanford. Runner's going to step up, and he is going to score, and the run score now is 18-1. Bayou Academy leads. Had him called at third base.
Had him.
On the steal. Throw was just kind of
throw was wide.
inside.
It just tipped off the glove.
Sanford. Now nobody on base with one out here in the third inning. There's a hard hit line drive in the 6 hole. And that'll be another runner on base for the Colts. And Coach Thigpen is now coming back out to the mound.
I'm not sure at this point if he doesn't pull Mason just to save him. Kid's throwing strikes. Kid looks good on the mound. I mean, they're hitting him. But that's what you asked for.
Now Nelson Hodges is going to come in. Hodges will replace Brock Mickelson. And Hodges will get up, see if he can't do the same thing. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back momentarily.
Out.
So we are back.
Nelson Hodges is on the hill for the Mustangs here in the third inning. Mustangs currently behind 18-1. Hayes Holman, the pitcher, is up to hit, can help himself out here. Coach Donahue would like to welcome you back to the broadcast booth. He had to step away for just a few minutes. Had to take care of some school issues, I think.
All's good. All's good in Greenwood. Nelson Hodges' first pitch fastball is up.
In other Mustang news, we've had a cancellation of tennis today, so we have no spring sports in tennis. Baseball is going on, and very important things. We have dance tryouts for both varsity and junior varsity going on at Pillow Academy. So I'm sure over the weekend we'll have an announcement for the new dancers for Pillow Academy in the 21-22 school year.
Fastball outside for ball number 2. That Pillow Academy Mustang Athletic Sports update is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Go with the home team. From the Delta to the Hills, Farm Bureau helping you is what we do.
2-1 pitch, down and away. Now a 3-1, 3-0 count now.
And for all your food needs tonight, China Blossom is open for drive-in and takeaway.
Fastball down the middle for Hodges for strike 1. So a 3-1 count now on the batter as the Mustangs trail in the bottom of the third, 18-1. Fastball again, fouled off. So Hodges finds the zone.
Coach, I hate to ask, do you know what run rules are for high school baseball?
10 after 5 in conference play.
10 after 5 in conference play is the only run rule.
You have nothing
Got
else. They can extend this thing as far as they want it to.
That's what I like to know.
And there's a hard hit line drive into left field. It's going to be gloved by Eli Simmons. It's going to be picked up and thrown into the cutoff man, Nolan Marshall. And now runners will be on first and second with one out.
Holman with another base hit.
Now batting, number 3, Parker Harris.
And Parker Harris will come up to the plate for
Parker Harris is coming up for the second time this inning.
stat line on this inning is going to be a little hazy when we get to the.
He has walked, has an RBI on that walk.
Fastball inside, hits Harris, and Harris will move up to first base, and the bases are loaded once again for the Bayou Academy Colts.
Harris had hit into a double play in the first to end the first. He had a got on base in the second with an error. In the third inning earlier, he was a base on balls with an RBI and later scored. Now he is hit by a pitch. Parker Harris currently 0 for 1 on the day, or 0 for 2 actually. Now hitting Lawson Ingram.
So the Mustangs entered the bottom of the third, down 7-1. They've given up 11 runs in this inning. As the Mustangs now trail 18-1, the bases are loaded with one out. The one out came on a strikeout some time ago. Here's the pitch by Hodges. Fastball that's fouled off in front
That's
of
a
the plate.
good-looking pitch right there. Glad to see a strike.
Nelson Hodges has 1 2/3 innings pitched in varsity play this year. 2 appearances in varsity games. He's given up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Those are breaking ball outside for ball number 1. So a 1-1 count now to the shortstop from Bayou Academy. Fastball up in the zone for ball number 2. So a 2-1 lead, a 2-1 count now. Fastball inside called, strike 2. And now Hodges has worked the count back even at 2-2.
Love to see something right here. Outside edge, maybe even off speed.
And here's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball
There was the
down,
outside.
called, ball 3.
Blue could help us out there. That's one of those marginal pitches. At this point of the game, the blue could work in our favor here. Come back, get him right here. There it is.
Fastball, hard hit line drive. It's going to get down in front of Eli Simmons. Eli Simmons is going to step over in front of it. 2 runs are going to score. Throw is all the way into home plate, and the ball is over Matthew Jeffcoat's head. Snap throw back to third, and the out run is going to be tagged out at third base for the second out of the inning.
I'm going to record that. That's going to be 1
Caleb Malloy.
to 5 for the putout. After the base hit, runner advanced on the throw.
So Caleb Malloy will step up to the plate. Bayou now leads 20-1.
Second out.
First pitch is a fastball for strike 1. And now 2 outs in the third inning. We will get you a stat line for the third when we come back. It'll take a minute for us to total it up.
Coach Donahoe, at this point right now, we have 9, and so we're at 6. This is the 17th batter this inning.
Thanks.
In the bottom of the third.
The most important thing that you just said right there was you got my name right, Russell, and I appreciate it.
I understand that. I've been corrected on the off air, so I will make sure I get it correct on air. Till then, it'll be Coach or BD.
And that ball gets away from Jeffcoat. A wild pitch by Hodges. And a 1-2 count. Now for Malloy, the left fielder.
Had a sac fly earlier this inning, struck out. Also looks like he got on base on an error in the second inning.
So Hodges trying to get the Mustangs out of the inning. A runner on third base. Here's a fastball swung through for strike 3, and that'll be the third out of the inning. So a lot of damage done in that inning. We'll come back for the top half of the fourth momentarily. So we're back live here at Bayou Academy, where we head to the top of the fourth inning of Game 1 of this varsity doubleheader. The Bayou Academy Colts scored 13 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Mustangs, and 2 men were left on base. As the Mustangs walked 6 batters, hit 2 batters in the last inning.
Now batting number 42.
The lead now for Bayou Academy is 20-1. J.C. Gerard steps up to the plate.
I have not flipped.
So Gerard will step in, the left-handed batter, first baseman for the Mustangs. Sees a first pitch strike by the new pitcher on the mound for Bayou Academy, Parker Harris. Gerard is struck out on his only other plate appearance today. Good pitch on the outside corner for strike number 2. So now the 0-2 pitch to Gerard. Fastball up and away for ball number 1.
That would lay off.
As Nelson Hodges stands on deck. Will be batting for Brock Mapeson as he entered to pitch. Breaking ball way up and out of the zone for ball number 2.
That's another good high school rule, the re-entry rule. We had after this pitch.
So the 2-2 pitch, fastball, ground ball right at the second baseman. Second baseman's going to glove it. He's going to pick it up. He's going to throw it over to the first baseman, who makes the play, and that's the first out of the inning.
As I was going to say, Hodges began the game playing center field, being DH'd.
Number 12, Nelson Hodges.
And Hodges, who was DHing early, has 18 plate appearances on the season. He has 4 hits. Breaking ball that breaks in there, 4 strike 1. You really would have liked to have seen that umpire give that pitch to any of our pitchers in the last inning. Fastball, ground ball up the middle. Shortstop steps across the bag, throws over to first, and it gets away from the first baseman. And a good play by
That's going to be a
the
tough
first
to
baseman.
get, though. Hodges can run. Hodges hit the ball solidly. Shortstop got a great bounce,
Now
made the
batting
throw, but just couldn't get
22,
quit there.
Eli Simmons.
So Eli Simmons coming up to the plate now. Simmons walked his first plate appearance. Runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. There's a fastball grounded towards the shortstop. He's going to pick it up and throw it to second base for 1, over to first base for 2, and they roll the 6-4-3 double play on Simmons, and the Mustangs go down quickly in the top of the 4th, so no runs on no hits. 1 error by the Bayou Academy Colts, 1 nobody left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You can see the score on your scoreboard at home. I don't have to say it.
It's correct. That's all right. I need to recorrect
So
that.
we're back on we're back on there. Live in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We're going to see some new batters for the Colts step up to the plate. No, we're not. This is 8-9-1. Nelson Hodges throws first pitch, fastball in there, 4 strike 1 on the inside corner of the plate. Bayou Academy leading 20-1.
Is this
Bottom
done
of
up to
fourth.
hit?
This has to be done up to hit, or either a pinch hitter for him, but we
Nope,
don't
it's
have
done.
numbers.
It's done. He was 23. He's the catcher. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He has a walk, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout.
He's only batted 3 times.
He's only batted 3 times.
That's the interesting stat line. 20 runs scored on the day through 4 innings. Hodges throws fastball that just misses on the outside part of the plate. 3-1 count now for the leadoff hitter, Charlie Dunn. There's a fastball way outside for ball number 4. So leadoff man on, and are about to be
Now
back at
batting
the top of the
number
order
16, Reese Providence.
for the Colts. So Reese Providence.
Dunn still 0 for 1 on the day.
Reese Providence, the pitcher from Tuesday night.
Providence is 1 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, base hit.
First pitch, fastball down. 4-1. Fastball in for strike one as Providence swings through it. 9-1-2 will be up in the order for the Mustangs in the top half of the fifth.
Got good news here, Coach. I think the wind is starting to die down just a little bit.
That'll help. As it is a chilly afternoon here in Cleveland, home of the Bayou Academy Colts.
Nice
Fastball
pitch.
in there for strike number 2. We were a little worried he wasn't going to give us that pitch there for a minute, but he does. And now Nelson Hodges works ahead. 1-2 is the count. There's the breaking ball that broke back inside on the left-handed batter, and he gets out in front and fouls it off towards the dugout.
I know things got away from us here in the last inning or two. This is going to sound crazy. But for overall, our pitching has been pretty decent. We've been around the plate. We've thrown strikes. It got away from Marshall late, so we had to come in. And when we brought in Sanford struggled. There's not really much you can say. But the two relievers here, both Makehamson and now Hodges, have been around the plate. Just need to make the opportunity and make our defense help out.
Two pitchers that have thrown typically in JV games this year for us. Breaking ball, good pitch right there for strike 3, and Hodges gets Providence to go down swinging.
Jack Cartwright.
So Jack Cartwright, the leadoff batter for the Colts, will step up to the plate. Cartwright with multiple hits on the day. Sees a fastball outside corner for strike 1. Good pitch right there by Hodges. Oh, 1 pitch now to Cartwright. Fastball outside corner, strike 2.
It's amazing when you get around the plate, the strike zone seems to expand ever so slightly to your favor. It's a good pitch there. I'd like to see him live out there a little bit.
Now the 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball swung on, and strike 3 and a back pick.
Nice stop, first base.
J.C. Gerard steps over and grabs it. Now the Colts have 2 outs
Now batting number 8. Trent
and 1 man
Crowley.
on here in the bottom of the 4th. So ground ball, right at Marshall. Marshall's going to throw to first, and a great play will
Nice.
get the Mustangs out of the
Nice.
inning. So we'll head to the top of the 5th with the Mustangs trailing 20-1.
Batting number 3, Michael Jeffcoat.
And here we are back in the top of the 5th inning. We've got Michael Jeffcoat, the 9-hitter, up for Pillow Academy. Mustangs looking to rally here in the 5th to extend the game. Let's see what the Mustangs can get started here with. Got a ball for ball 1 to Jeffcoat. The pitcher right now, Parker Harris, still in for his 2nd inning of work for the Colts. Pitcher steps off, looks for a new sign. Jeffcoat has a base on balls today. That's ball 2 right there. Jeffcoat's looking to get a base hit in. And now we return to our play-by-play man, Mr. Barrett Donahoe.
For those who are texting, you have to be – the only run rule in high school baseball is 10 after 5 in conference play. There is no 15 after 3, 12 after 4. That is why we're still playing in the 5th, down 19 runs.
Coach, I need to stand corrected as well. I was told earlier today that the tennis had canceled, and we couldn't understand why. I've been informed that the tennis team did, in fact, play today. They're just finishing up now, and I think we have several en route here. And soon, possibly during the 2nd game, we'll be able to give tennis update scores here for Pillow Academy.
That will be fantastic. As Jeffcoat sees strike 1 on 3-0 count. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Jeffcoat watches another fastball for strike number 2.
Another Bayou pitcher, another gentleman that likes to work quickly out of the windup.
Gavin Leslie stands on deck, the leadoff batter for the Mustangs. And there's a fastball on the outside corner that's spoiled off.
It's a way to hang for Jeffcoat there. Like to see Jeffcoat get a line drive base hit somewhere here. Only his 2nd at bat today, and he did walk earlier.
Here's the pitch, and fastball swung through for strike 3, and Jeffcoat goes down on strikes. So Gavin Leslie will step up with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 4, Gavin Leslie.
Leslie is 0 for 1 today. He's got a walk in the 3rd inning and struck out in the 1st.
Leslie sees a breaking ball called strike 1. Looked a little bit up in the zone. Fastball, a little slow hit, line drive over the second base bag, and the runners running, shortstop and second baseman hit each other as they're both trying to field it, and Gavin Leslie will reach on what I believe to be is the 2nd hit of the day for Pillow Academy Mustangs.
Jeffcoat had a base hit, I do believe. No.
In the 1st inning,
Yes, he did. He had a double.
10, Matthew Jeffcoat.
So Jeffcoat steps back up to the plate. Runner on 1st, 1 out. Going to need 10 runs to extend this game. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. There's a hard hit ground ball up the middle, gloved by the shortstop who steps on second base for out number 2, and Jeffcoat will reach on the fielder's choice.
That gives us the 2nd out of the inning. McCool's up for the Mustangs.
23, Laws McCool.
Laws McCool grounded out to shortstop in the 1st. Hit into a fielder's choice to the shortstop again in the 3rd inning, but did pick up an RBI then.
Fastball, high fly ball in center field. Center fielder looks like he's going to get underneath it, and he does, and the ball game's over. So that will be the way that the ball game ends, and we don't have a lot to say about this ball game. 20-1 victory by the Bayou Academy Colts, but here's what we do have to say, and that is that we will play another game, a rubber match game, game 3 of the series. The series tied now at 1-1. We anticipate the game starting in roughly 30 minutes or so. We'll be back here. The Mustangs will start Michael Jeffcoat on the mound. They also have Gavin Leslie and Laws McCool, all three pitchers in good shape to throw the next game. Hope that Coach Thigpen can get his guys up and ready to play, because as the one on Tuesday night was wiped away when we came over to Cleveland, this one needs to be wiped away too.
Coach, we got 2 words for it. In games like this, you walk out there and tell your boys, flush it. Let's start over here in a half an hour. Let's go get them.